Well, hello, we're live. And this is Ed Parcaut, your host of Real Estate Jerky, the radio show over the weekend. And we do these lives on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we bring the person in that was on the radio the following weekend and go more in depth on what they talked about. Today, we have Kristi Kelley, and she is with, I'm sorry, what company are you with today?
Closet and Storage Concepts.
Yeah, I was just thinking Don's Mobile Glass, sorry.
Yeah,
Stuck in my head.
that too.
Same. So a lot of people, when they're looking at doing organization in their house, that was the thing in today's show was about how to get organized, because there's nothing worse than trying to do stuff in clutter, right?
Right.
So before we get in the whole depth of what you do, what is one of the stumbling blocks for most people to get started with you?
Figuring out what they want to keep and not keep, and those items that they do want to have there in their home, how to best store them within their space that they have.
All right. So those are our issues that we have to deal with. So we have other issues, but those are the two we're talking about today.
Yes.
All right. So let's just go through an example and you can explain, different things on how, because I know you guys do like master closet. Oh, I guess I can't say that word anymore. Main bedroom closet, garage, pantries, those kind of things. What is the number one thing that people come to you all the time for?
Primarily, they're coming to us with primary suite closets.
Yeah, that's a new thing.
That terminology.
Yeah, I'm not, but I tried to today since you were on here.
So. Where they just have a lot of things between, whether it be a single person or a husband and wife, or getting their kids' closets organized. It's really just getting all of their items situated within that closet space, whether it be a large space or a small space. It's just maximizing the capacity in that room.
And we'll get into it, but basically when you reorganize a closet with one of these systems that you guys can create, it's amazing how much more stuff you can get into it because it's organized and you have certain things. How do people get started with a project with you guys?
So the first step is to just reach out to us and kind of talk about what project you're looking at. And then we schedule a time to come out to your home and we review design ideas and we take measurements of the space that we're wanting to do the project in. Each closet is individually built, uniquely built, and we make sure we take those measurements into consideration when designing for that area. Whether you're looking for shelving, drawers, hanging, all the different aspects. And we take into consideration, if you need to access your attic, or if you have a crawl space, or if you have any of your electrical panels inside of the closets. We take all those into account because we're going to custom build everything uniquely to your area.
Right. And that's one of the things for like myself, we have an older home, 1950s, and when they added on to our house, of course, they put the crawl space in my closet, right, to get under the house. So now whenever you do anything, you got to take all your clothes out so they can go underneath the house, which doesn't seem like a big headache, but when you don't have much space, it can be. So I think this is so important to do something like this, just to make, one, your closet look better, and two, everything's organized and doesn't get wrinkled. For me anyway. I don't know about you, but
Absolutely. I was actually at a customer's home this morning where we have a decent sized closet in a beautiful older home. And we have 2 windows that we're competing against, 2 entryways, an attic space. So we just went through what obstacles were in the way and how we build around those. That way you can still open your windows, get to your attic when you need to, and still be able to walk through each doorway to make sure we fit all your clothes in and allow access to all those points.
I think I might know those people. We'll talk off air.
Yes.
But because we don't want to tell everybody your clients. It's so important. I mean, because we as individuals don't always have the design in our head that we need or what we want. We don't want a better space. That's why somebody like yourself who comes in and can help you design it and have different ideas because you've been doing this makes it so much better. So how what do you just ask them? I mean, I'm sure you do, but go through the process. You ask a bunch of questions, find out what they need, and then you sketch it out. You guys have 3D renderings, or what do you have?
We do, yeah. So we can go over kind of a basic
Sure.
design idea at our initial appointment, and I can do as best as I can with my straight line drawings. And then when I get back to the office, I plug those all into our software program and email over a 3D rendering model where the doors open, the drawers slide open, and you can actually kind of do a 360 walkthrough of what your closet would look like. That way you can see your walking areas, where your shirts and all your clothes will hang at what points. Um, and then all of our shelving is adjustable. So that's great if you're storing shoes and you want an 8-inch space or a 12-inch space or whatever you'd like. We'll make it to fit exactly what you have.
And what's nice about your guys' company is the fact, well, don't think people realize this, is you build everything in the warehouse, right? Where at your
Yes.
location. So
Yeah.
that means if I need a cabinet that's 14 inches wide, I can get it, or 27.5 inches wide, I can get it, because you build it at your location.
That's
Where
correct.
where a
Yeah, you
lot of
can see
places yeah, go ahead.
our shop behind me. We fabricate everything in-house, which is fabulous because it allows us very quick turnaround times. So we can get a closet, your measure, your final measure, all your designs within a week, and then we can set up an install within a week to 3 weeks, depending on all of your requirements.
Right. And a lot of people don't realize, I mean, when you have a house and you do these to the closets, and then if someday you go to resell the house, it's a huge difference. I mean, people walk in and go, "Oh my goodness, the closet's done. I don't have to do that." Because all they think of is, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to do the closet system, and it's not always the case. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Going through the process. So we do closets, but you also do garages, right?
Yeah. So we do a multitude of projects in the home. Garage units have been very popular lately. You have all your miscellaneous things that you have laying around your garage. You know how dirty they get over the course of time with the dust and leaves that come in and out. So doing garage units is really nice to be able to store your holiday items, golf clubs. We're actually installing a garage unit now as we speak. And yeah, it helps get all those items off the floor, allows you more walkway space for parking, and just get everything situated behind doors.
And everything looks nicer because you come in, all the cabinets are closed, everything's behind the cabinets. All you see is the nice cabinets, not
Nice, clean.
all the
And if you
junk
got
everywhere.
dogs, you can keep your shoes up and out of the way so they're not chewing on them.
Your dog chews on shoes? That's Our dog doesn't.
No.
She takes my wife's socks, but that's beside the point. That's just because only when she leaves the house does she do that, because she misses her so much.
Mhm.
Um, all right, when you're building all this stuff out, what would you say the number one thing people don't think about when they're doing a project like this? Or
That's a
number
good
2 or
question.
3? You can think about it if
Um,
you need time. It's fine.
yeah, what don't they think about? I think really utilizing the ceiling height is a very important thing too. A lot of closets that I walk into that have just the manufacturer home builders, that top shelf in your closet is usually much lower than what we do. We do a standard height between 84 inches and 96 inches tall, depending on your ceiling height. But it really allows you to maximize your ceiling. I mean, there's just empty space up there. So we like to bring the systems higher. That way you can fit in double hang. That way you can hang clothes on the top rack as well as your bottom rack, your shirts on top, pants on bottom if you wish. And then you can utilize the top shelf to store shoe boxes and additional storage, luggage, things like that up top.
Well, it must be a big closet if you can put your luggage up there too, because
Those 108, 120-foot ceilings. So,
no, and that's
unless you're like me and you're really short and you can't reach up there anyways, I suggest putting a little step stool in.
yeah. And just so people know, I have adjusted the seat as high as I could and the camera down as much as I could. So sorry, you're like my
Ed's
wife.
much
There's
taller
nothing I
than
can do
I.
about it. Yeah. If I sat in that seat, my head would be above the frame there. But it's important to do these and have somebody who is competent when you're going through the process. I don't know if people watch anything on TV or HGTV, any of those shows, and they talk about big, homes on homes, about contractors and getting the wrong people in your house. It's really important to get the right people in your house, so that way what you're asking for is going to get done timely and the way you want it. And that's a company like your company you work for us. And I'm glad that you guys went into this avenue also, so that people can, because you were already in people's houses, doing glass and other
Right.
stuff. This was a naturally evolving for your company. I'm glad you did it. We'll be talking, so don't worry about that, because I'm building a house up in Twain Harte, and I'll need definitely these in our closet area. So
Good. I love
yeah.
Twain Harte.
So, that's speaking of that, what areas do you service? Because just in case you're watching this on Facebook, LinkedIn, and of course YouTube, we are in the Central Valley. So, what area do you service?
So yeah, we'll service all of the Central Valley. We're working up in Sonora right now, Stockton, Lathrop, Mountain House, and um, we can kind of make anything work as long as you know we have the project set up for you.
Right. And one of the things that came up on the radio when we were talking last weekend was, Marlene brought up about the DIY, or so basically, someone who wants to do it themselves. You will help them, right?
Yeah, we'll help them. Now, my best suggestion is to take our install team because they're very good at what they do. But if you have a project in mind, yeah, we're happy to help you out.
I just said, like I said on the radio, it just reminded me of for sale by owners. Let's not do that. Let's let the professionals do everything. Take a step back. Let them handle the closet. Let them handle the stuff that they're good at. You can oversee all that as I want you to do this, this, and this, and that's fine. I think a lot of times people get in the way of what other people can do better for them, and people should
Yeah,
focus.
let us take the stress off of you. We're happy to take on those projects for you. We typically complete a project within a day or two. So we come in, we take out your baseboards, touch up paint and cleat lines, which are the existing shelves that are in your closet. Clean everything up. We vacuum, make sure everything's good to go. That
You
way,
vacuum?
yeah, we vacuum.
That's unusual for a contractor to vacuum.
We make sure it's ready to go. That way you can start storing those clothes right back into your closet.
All right. That's
Uh,
amazing.
I
Go
know
ahead.
you had asked earlier regarding garages, but like I said, we do a variety of projects, closets, reach-ins, walk-ins. We do garages, pantries, um, just coat closets if you wish. Any kind of additional spaces that you have, we can do little wine bars, dry bars, nooks. If you just want floating shelves and a little nook that you have in your home, we can put custom shelves in. Like I said, we have our fabrication shop. So we're going to build everything to size for you.
That's amazing. And you also do wine walls, I guess?
We do. We can do enclosed behind glass wine walls, whether you want it refrigerated or non refrigerated. We can definitely help you with that. We've made some beautiful projects and adding on to people's homes.
Yeah, if you're gonna do a wine wall or wine, and I would say get it refrigerated, because their wine doesn't last very long when it's not.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
And we'll temperature control everything for you. We can do lighting. We can do mirror backs. We do all kinds of things. Kind of possibilities are endless. So
That
it's beautiful to see those projects come together.
Well, it's just nice to have a local company be able to do this and build everything here locally, and that's why we wanted you to come on the radio show, and why I wanted you to come on live, because a lot of people don't realize when you're on the radio, you have about 9 minutes. We've been doing this about 13 minutes so far, and it seems like we've been here forever, but we haven't. We have no commercial breaks, nothing messing it up. But one of the things I want to ask you, any organizing tips or tricks you've learned along the way that you'd like to share?
Organizing tips and tricks. Let's see.
So I should have told you ahead of time I was going to ask unique questions, huh? Well, when you're organizing, what's, definitely, I would say fold stuff, but what I mean.
Yeah, and really use it like you can utilize your double hang areas. And one thing we do like to discuss when we're at that initial appointment with our customers is to find out, the type of clothing that you have. If you have more dresses or pantsuits that you do need long hang area, we want to take that into consideration of how much long hang you need that will go lower to the floor rather than double hang. So it's best to make sure we go over everything that will be stored, even if it's, like we said, back to the garage units. If you have specific size storage bins that you need to fit into that space, we want to make sure we have those out and we take measurements of them. That way we're going to build exactly to the size of the items that you have to store.
Now, when you're building these, and it's like I always tell people, whatever you do to the home, do it like you're going to sell that house, and it's going to be important to somebody else. Like if you're going to paint it, don't paint. If you're going to paint purple on a room, understand you're probably going to have to repaint that. Is there anything in the closets that you should do standard that somebody else is going to want, or you just do it the way you want it? What I mean by, you just talk about pantsuits and dresses, right? That's usually in the woman's side, but I don't want to, be wrong here. Anybody. So do you have more area in certain areas, or do you make it to where it's adjustable so that you can make those changes?
So all of our units have boring lines down the inside of the partition, which is the part that's going to hold your structure up vertically. And that will allow you to transfer shelving up and down, and as well as your hanging bars. So if at some point you have a long hang area, let's say, and you decide, I don't need all these dresses anymore. I'm primarily working from home, so I just kind of need my casual clothes. We can adjust that around very easily, where you can just add in another shelf, remove something, add in another hanging area. So everything's adjustable, which is really nice. That way, it gives you that versatility.
And the other thing would be, say that I wanted to do that and I need another shelf. You guys could make that shelf real quick for us.
Absolutely.
Where
Yeah.
when a lot of people go to Home Depot and Lowe's and they buy those systems, a lot of times those systems change and they can't get that same system you had before. So you can't get any additional stuff to it. So I think the better thing to do is have some local company build them out for you. Cause I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty close to the same with time and labor and what you're doing, to have somebody local. So if you do want to make any changes or any ad, they can do that for you because they have all the materials here locally.
Right.
Am I
It's
selling you
beautiful
too
to have a
much?
connection very easily, or you can just text me or call me and say, "Hey, Kristi, I need another shelf. Please drop one off. Leave it on my porch for me," and I'm happy to do that.
See how amazing that is.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add before we go? I like to keep these a little shorter than, so people will watch it and they'll, share it and other stuff. Is there anything else that I didn't go over that you'd like to go over?
No, I think we've covered a lot. There's always extra questions that customers ask along the way. I do like showing off all the projects that we do. So we have a lot of videos and pictures on our Facebook and Instagram pages. So you can see a lot of the
What
things that we've been doing.
what is that page for people?
Closet and Storage Concepts Modesto.
A&D or it's closet?
Um, Closet and Storage Concepts Modesto.
Okay, I know, but the Facebook, not Facebook, I'm sorry. Do you have a website?
Oh,
Or you just
Closet
do
and
Instagram?
Storage Conceptsmodesto.com. Yeah. Or you can find us on donsmobileglass.com as well.
There you go. I was going to try to put something up, but by the time I typed it, we changed it so much. But Instagram's probably, you said Instagram, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So say that one more time.
At Closet and Storage Concepts Modesto.
Right. So you go there, you can see all the different installs you've done, those kind of things, and you can see different material.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep. You can, there's pictures of our showroom. So we'd be happy if you came to check out our showroom at 1313 Scenic Drive here in Modesto. We're in the old Scenic Nursery location. We've got a pretty impressive showroom of all the varieties of projects that we can do. But if you'd like us to just come out to your home to review things, we're happy to do that as well.
And just call. What's the best way to get a hold of you guys to set up an appointment? Is that phone or?
Yeah, phone. You can message us
number?
on Facebook. I'll respond quickly to that. You can reach me directly at 209-750-7555. You can call or text anytime.
One more time, 209?
750-7555.
Sounds really easy to remember.
It is, thankfully.
And if you guys didn't get that, there you go. There's a number, right? Get that right?
Yep, that's
All
right.
Or you just like she said, reach out to her on Facebook, message her, Instagram, all those places. We're all there. And if you have any questions for her, please reach out to her. If you have any comments for us, please put them down below. We will come back and look at it, because a lot of times people put comments, but they don't actually let Facebook, I can't talk today. The StreamYard won't look at those comments right now. We have to go back to them because they didn't allow StreamYard to say that they could read them through the system. So I will look at them. I will get back in touch with anybody who puts any comments. And if there's anything people want from you, Kristi, I'll let them know how to get in contact with you, or just transfer the information to you. Okay.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you for being here today, and don't go anywhere. Just stay right there. And I want to thank everybody for watching. And if you're watching this after the fact and you enjoy what we do, just follow us. Thank you, and have a great day.